Good evening, everyone.
You ready?
Welcome to our board meeting. We'll have a roll call. Tom?
Ms. Bose.
Here.
Mr. Clark.
Here.
Ms. Evans.
Here.
Ms. Groger.
Here.
Dr. King.
Here.
Ms. Martinez.
Here.
Ms. Pasculi.
Here.
Ms. Santos.
Here.
Mr. Van Hise is absent, and Mr. Ryan is absent, but you have a quorum.
Great. Thank you so much, Tom. Welcome, everybody. The Open Public Meeting Act authorizes the Board of Education to meet in executive session under certain circumstances. This evening, the Open Public Meeting Act requires the board to adopt a resolution at a public meeting to go into private session, and the Lawrence Township Board of Education will be going into executive session this evening to discuss certain items, specifically matters which, if publicly disclosed, would constitute an unwarranted invasion of individual privacy, and specifically this evening, HIB. Formal action will not be taken, and executive session should last about 20 minutes. So moved.
Second. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, we'll go into executive session, and we should be out in about 20 minutes, so enjoy yourselves. Thank you.
to invite up Mr. Schulman and the LES third graders to sing a song. We thought it might be nice if you guys want to come in the center. You're welcome to come up front. The front board members, we're going to move to the side to give you your space. So if our little friends want to join us up front here. Parents, feel free to come join us on the sides if you want to take pictures. We're hoping our little friends can come here in the center.
I don't see Mr. S yet. I don't see Mr. S.
Oh, they're there. They're in the back. Come on up, little friends. Hi, guys. Mr. S., you can either fill in the center here, wherever you're comfortable. Sure. See this one.
All right, good evening. Thank you guys so much for your patience and for having us here at the Board of Education meeting tonight. We are super duper excited to give you a little bit of a musical presentation tonight. This is a couple members from our three third grade classes, and they're here to sing two songs from our upcoming third grade musical, which is called Go Fish. It's an under the sea story about a tiger shark who just wants to make friends with everybody, and he's having a little bit of a hard time because he's a tiger shark. So we're very excited about that. That's going to be March 13th. So we still got a little bit of time, but we have two songs for you. Our first song is called Commotion in the Ocean, and it's a little bit silly, Under the Sea Caper. And then our last song that we'll do is called Oceans of Fun, which is actually our opening song of the show. So thank you guys so much for your patience, and thank you for having us, and let's go.
There's a commotion in the ocean and it's lots of fun. The commotion in the ocean is for everyone. So come on in and sit right down. But you might get splashed by a nautical clown. Oh, the commotion in the ocean is beneath the sea. The commotion in the ocean is for you and me. It's such a crazy notion, it's perpetual motion. It's underwater comedy.
Hey, Bo,
Yazzo?
what sits at the bottom of the sea and shakes?
I don't know. What sits at the bottom of the sea and shakes?
A nervous wreck.
It's such a crazy notion, it's perpetual motion. It's underwater
Hey, Bo,
Yazzo?
where do fish keep their money?
I don't know. Where do fish keep their money?
In the riverbank.
It's such a crazy notion. It's perpetual motion. It's underwater comedy. There's a commotion in the ocean and it's lots of fun. The commotion in the ocean is for everyone. So come on in and sit right down. But you might get splashed by a nautical clown. Oh, the commotion in the ocean is beneath the sea. The commotion in the ocean is for you and me. It's such a crazy notion, it's perpetual motion. It's underwater comedy. Yeah! Oceans of fun, we're playing in the sun. Oceans of fun, we're swimming till the day is done. Oceans of fun, it's one for all and all for one. 'Cause out of the beautiful big blue sea is oceans of fun. Every little fish has a maiden wish. One simple little wish is just to splash and splish. Everybody grins, dancing on their fins. So now roll along and give it a spin and let the fun begin. Oceans of fun, we're playing in the sun. Oceans of fun, we're swimming till the day's done. Oceans of fun, it's one for all and all for one. 'Cause out in the beautiful big blue sea is oceans of fun. Out here in the sea, everything is free. There's no admission fee in our ocean family. Swimming when it's light, swimming when it's night. In our ocean park, it's never too dark unless we see a shark. Oceans of fun, we're playing in the sun. Oceans of fun, we're swimming till the day is done. Oceans of fun, it's one for all and all for one. 'Cause out in the beautiful big blue sea is oceans of fun. Yes, out in the beautiful big blue sea is oceans of fun. Oceans and oceans of fun.
All right, so that's our little preview of Go Fish. Again, that's going to be early March. But one more round of applause for our amazing third graders. And a big thank you to Dr. Klim and our whole Board of Education for having us here tonight and being such great supporters of the arts in our schools. It's really a privilege to work here and do music here. So thank you guys so much, and thank you. And I think we have another performance, unless we missed it in that back room.
Is Dr. Clark here with the gospel choir? I think we're going to do a little switcheroo, right, friends? Thank you so much.
Nice job. You guys rock.
My hands are.
Nice job.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you to Dr. Clem, to the Board of Education for allowing us to have this opportunity to sing for you tonight. This is the Lawrence High School, well, half of the Lawrence High School Gospel Choir presenting to you, I Open My Mouth to the Lord.
Thank you so much to the LES third graders. That was an incredible presentation. We look forward to seeing the play. And thank you, of course, to the gospel choir and Dr. Clark. If we could have entertainment at every board meeting, I would certainly love it. I know it's so much work for you guys, but we really appreciate it, and it's such a great opportunity for our public to see all the good things that are going on in our schools. So thank you, everybody, and to the parents who brought their kids. I'm going to do the announcement of the open public meeting statement. The New Jersey Open Public Meeting Law was enacted to ensure the right of the public to have advance notice of and to attend meetings of public bodies at which any business affecting their interest is discussed or acted upon. As required under the law, adequate notice of this meeting has been provided via email and/or fax to the Times, the Lawrence Ledger, the Public Library, and has been filed with the municipal clerk. This notice was provided prior to the 48 hours required by the Open Public Meeting Act. The board reserves the right to limit public discussion of personnel items and other matters as defined in the law. We'll do the flag salute. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I see we have our student representatives here for a report. I didn't write it. Yeah. Okay, sorry. Let me start.
Hello, everyone. We are all part of peer leadership and are here to update members about what is happening in our school. My name is Sophie Trzaskis, and I'm a senior here at Lawrence High School. Aiden and I are here to update you on the winter sports this season. The winter track team performed very well this year, qualifying for states, Easterns, and beat multiple school records, including the pole vault 300-meter and the distance medley event. The wrestling team has done very well this season with a record of 18 wins and 10 losses, as well as the swim team who have a record of 10 wins and 10 losses. Lastly, the Lawrence cheer team recently flew to Florida for nationals and qualified for semifinals for the first time in years.
Wow.
Oh, very good.
As you all know, the boys basketball team has just won their semifinal match against Notre Dame 30 minutes ago. I'm sure, as you all know, it's incredibly hard to find parking.
Yes.
Gym was packed to max capacity to see the final seconds of the game. The boys will be advancing to Colonial Valley Conference Finals on Saturday. They currently have a record of 19-5. Overall, Lawrence Athletics have been excelling, and we're excited to see what the spring season will hold.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Great, thank you.
Hi, I'm Raina. I'm a junior. The LHS Black Student Union is hosting their 12th annual Black History Celebration. This year's theme is Overcoming by Faith, Fortitude, and Resistance. It's on Saturday, February 22nd. Vendors start at 3 p.m. and the programs start at 5. This year's keynote speaker is Rajday Baraka, and it's a free admission, and it should be a super duper fun night.
Great, thank you.
Hello, my name is Carter Edwards. I'm a junior. The high school has multiple fundraisers going on for Valentine's Day right now. Some examples include Students Helping Honduras's teddy bear gram sale, as well as the class of 2026's flower sale. They're selling flowers for $2 during lunch and lunch 1 and lunch 2. And these are just a few examples of the many clubs and organizations that are using Valentine's Day as a sort of theme for fundraising money.
Beautiful, thank you.
Hi, I'm Riley Evans. I'm a senior here. The freshman, junior, and sophomore classes have started the scheduling process for next school year. Students have been selecting their classes through our Genesis portal that includes a bunch of descriptions of every class that we offer here at LHS. And then they've been meeting with their guidance counselors during resource periods to discuss graduation requirements and the rest of the scheduling process. The freshman classes also had a visit from us on Monday during their resource periods to get guidance and advice from upperclassmen about scheduling and classes.
Great. Thank you so much. Thank you, student representatives, and good evening to everyone, and welcome. I would like to thank everyone for joining us tonight. This evening is extra special as we have students who are here, and we would like to recognize and celebrate their participation in our art contest. This event was held in support of sharing information about the upcoming referendum vote. As a reminder, our community can vote on March 11th in person at your normal polling location or by mail. The primary focus of the referendum is the reconfiguration of the Lawrence Middle School from the current 6th to 8th grade model to a 6th, 7th, 8th grade structure. This change is designed to enhance student achievement, create improved opportunities for students moving to high school, and maximize district resources. We are grateful for all the input from our community, our staff, our administrators, and students in the process over the past year and a half. As a reminder, the Board of Education is a group of unpaid elected taxpayers. We are committed to academic excellence for Lawrence Township and being financially responsible. Dr. Klim will briefly speak about the main points of the referendum. I want to encourage everyone to go to the Lawrence Township Public School website at ltps.org and click on the referendum tab to get further information. We're also hosting a virtual webinar on February 26. We're working hard to answer all the questions presented to us and to ensure that all the voters are informed. Thank you. Dr. Klim.
All right, so I'm just going to give a brief overview. Many of you in the audience have seen our reconfiguration plan. Some of you have reached the point of saturation, and some of you are just hearing sort of this idea and this vision that the board and the district has been working toward. So I just want to provide a brief overview tonight. This is really focused on academic success and academic achievement. When we reconfigure our grade level bands, and the pictures behind me, we really focus on the expertise of what it means to have an early childhood education building, and that's really central around our pre-K to 2 grade levels. That's the impetus of those grade levels really is about the numeracy skills and early literacy skills central, and the building blocks that eventually become a part of the smaller group targeted instruction that they will receive in an upper elementary model. The idea of this plan is to really kind of bump the grade levels forward so that by the time they get to middle school, Dr. Malowski and Dr. Wasser-Lieben's building, they're truly functioning at a 6 to 8 grade level band. Coming out of COVID, I'm sure many of you parents, and educators have recognized our children need more. As they matriculate through the district, we have half of our population in need of, at some point, some small group targeted instruction. The footprint at the middle school is 75 years old. It is absolutely in need of some repair. It is in need of some revitalization, and we need the addition for the 6th grade to come up. So some of the plans that you can view online, we didn't bring the boards tonight. We're taking a break from some of the big ticket boards that typically sit behind us. But I wanted to emphasize really the importance of this project. Our young kiddos in the audience tonight, sent in art projects to really emphasize the academic excellence that we would like to continue here in the district. Our idea of this reconfiguration behind me is to set the footprint up for the next 75 years. In this project, there's really something for everyone. We have built out spaces so that we can have some flexible, targeted, intentional instruction groups for students that might be struggling. We've got a large percentage of our students matriculating through the district that need special education supports. We have some medically impacted students that unfortunately at this moment we can't service as they come through the district because we simply don't have the facilities. The middle school was designed with, the facing Princeton Pike. It causes quite a bit of traffic on Gainsborough. Part of the project was inviting in a traffic engineer to really study and make sure that our secondary campus not only is safe, it's secure, but it runs efficiently. Along with this project comes, some core spaces that are absolutely needed and necessary. When you bring up another grade level, we need an extra gym. The great thing about this gym in the project design is is that it is really built with the community in mind. It's really built as a separate infrastructure with a lockout so that the community members can absolutely begin to consider renting our spaces and running events. And we would finally have a gymnasium, I know that Dr. Malowski's back there somewhere smiling, to fit all of her grade levels together. Imagine the instructional time we can add back into the schedule, because she won't have to run 4 lunches for 2 grade levels. Perhaps we can run 1 lunch per grade level. There's so many things academically minded throughout this project that has been sort of put into the plan. Not to mention the STEAM courtyard and, you know, the life skills classroom, so that we can make sure that we're building out rooms and spaces where our students and our kiddos belong. This is really the timeline. You know, we're here, you know, we're sitting here today, year 2. In the next couple of years after the referendum vote on March 11th, we would be looking to really, you know, kind of procure some of those bids, make decisions on project timelines. The impact for the taxpayer probably won't come into play until 2027. We've been pretty transparent with the tax calculator on the website. Please make sure you're putting in your assessed value, not your Zillow value. I think everybody would love to have that be our real value right now. It's the assessed value. So if you've gotten the green cards in the mail, make sure you're plugging that into your calculator so that you're an informed voter when it comes down to March 11th. We do have some mail-in ballots. Believe it or not, if you would like to be a mail-in voter this year, if you get your mail-in registration in by March 3rd, that is absolutely, there's applications on the back table. Trying to see what other points. This project really about modernizing our facilities is keeping current with what's happening in Mercer County. I feel very proud to sit here to say that our academic scores are the best in Mercer County. We were all over the newspaper in the fall. Why would we not want to continue that footprint and put our kiddos in the same grade level bands of success? Maximizing our financial readiness. You know, Mr. Eldridge, you know, has been here for almost upwards of 3 decades. 2 decades, 2.5 maybe decades. He's really planned for this opportunity. When we're contributing $4 million in capital reserves, that is something that has been well planned and well thought out. We want the community to know our timeline. We are here to be transparent. As Ms. Bose, our board president, said, we've got another virtual town hall coming up on February 26th. That does require a registration. There's going to be flyers going home through talking points. You can register through the website. But please, you know, join that, ask your questions, be an informed voter for March 11th. And again, this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to reshape the footprint. We get the state aid back when the referendum passes, and it allows us to tie in the older piece of the building into the newer piece, making it look more aesthetically appealing, better learning spaces for kids, and opportunities for our teachers to have great spaces to teach in. So thank you for your time on that. And I'd actually like to bring up Ms. Baldessari, who is our operations manager, to talk a little bit about the art contest.
All right, now for the fun stuff. How many student artists do we have in the audience? Raise your hand if you've submitted artwork to our art contest. Welcome. All right, I want to extend a warm welcome to all of you. Thank you for coming out tonight. All of our talented student artists and your families, welcome. Thank you for being here tonight and for taking part in the referendum art contest. It takes a lot of courage to submit your original artwork into a contest, and we are all so incredibly proud of all of you. We were thrilled to see so many students participate in this initiative. Every piece of art that was submitted was special and unique in its own way. Honestly, we kept wishing we didn't have to choose winners, because in one way or another, every single piece that came in was a winning piece of art. And we'll showcase them all for you here tonight. So in total, we received 77 entries from students ranging from kindergarten to 11th grade. I'll break that down. We had age categories. The kindergarten to 2nd grade age category had 33 entries. 3rd to 5th grade had 35 entries, with 4th grade being the winning grade. They had the most entries, 4th graders. 6th to 8th grade had 6 entries, and 9th to 12th grade had 3 entries. So just a little bit about the judging. The first round of judging focused on identifying pieces that truly captured the theme of the referendum. So supporting our schools, addressing the growing middle school, investing in our future, things like that. From there, about 25 pieces really stood out as really nailing those themes. So then in the second round, a panel that included our art teachers and art supervisors, they reviewed, and some members of the board reviewed those pieces for creativity and artistic ability while staying true to the theme. It was extremely difficult to narrow it down, but they ultimately selected a few finalists. Given the high number of submissions from our K-2 and our 3 to 5 grade age groups, more than one winner was chosen for those categories with so many entries, couldn't narrow it down. So without further ado, at this time, I'd like to invite our superintendent, Dr. Robin Klim, and our board president, Michelle Bose, to join us in presenting the certificates and celebrating our talented artists. So they'll be up here to take a picture with your young artist as they receive their certificate. Our board vice president, Amanda Santos, and Pepper Evans are going to read the names. Please give them some grace as they read the names of our winners and then the rest of the participants. I want to say a special thank you to Lena Leal Rodriguez for helping to put together the beautiful slideshow and the certificates, and to really make this night possible. So congratulations again to all of our amazing artists. I'm now going to jump behind the camera and take pictures.
All right, our first participant. So as I call your name, if you can just stand up and come take a picture up here. And if I don't see you stand up, I'm going to keep going. So our first participant is Adya Kurakula.
So the first ones are the winners. So you'll say that it's winner. This is the winner of the K2 category.
Oh, that's the winner of the K2 category.
So sweet.
Okay.
And her artwork is on display.
Gorgeous.
Our next winner of the K-2 category is Gabriel DeFalco.
I love the cardinal.
Our next winner, K-2 category, William Labano Tran. All right, our next winner, this is in the grade 3 through 5 category, is Nirvika Chowdhury.
Look how beautiful. Oh my gosh. So talented. DNA strain. Woo!
All right, our next winner, again, grade 3 through 5 category, is Alice Labano Tran. All right, our next winner, grade 3 through 5 category, Arya Yalcin.
Blind, oh, cute and adorable.
Our next winner, grade 3 through 5, Malia Basford. next winner, grade 6 through 8 category, Kavya Srivastava. All right. Our next winner, grade 9 through 12 category, Cheryl Small. All right. Now, these are our participants who we're just as excited about. Angelo Mastropolo. Angelo Mastropolo. Coming. That's all right.
Oh my gosh.
Next is Anna Shank. Nope. Next is Disha Sri Tanguturi. Next, we have Inaya Agrawal. All right, next we have Jameem Sharif. Next, we have Olympia Calkins. Next, we have Sasha Bogoyevich. Shreya Gupta. Oh. Next, we have Akshobhya Savane.
So true.
Amna Munawar. Next is Charlie Posner. Next, we have Eleanor Jinks. Next, we have Jaitran Thota. Joey Lynn. Margarita Brime. Mitansh Fazwani. Sarait Garcia Ratana. Stella Greenspan. Vanya Singh. Zubayd Zahid. Ashrita Dasamaneni.
So
Emiri Sato. Kai Murphy. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, we have to let. Is that, are you? And just in case, Kai Murphy. Mateo Alcantara Vestal. Neve Vaudaban. Olivia Gorvich. O'Maury McCummings. Adeline Price. Alice Perrone. Araceli Serrano.
Here we go. Here it comes.
Ariana Davila Cardona. Avni Mehta. Mahir Desai. Brina Bragil. Peyton Flores. Kelsey Yaros. Oh. Sarah Mushtaq. Theodore Parr. Lulu Lin. Moira Chiaravalotti. Peter Kowalewski. Maxwell Seng. Sharon Gomez. Chisholm Onyewe. Victoria Dashkovitz. Sanaya Sinha. Aditya Gupta. Isan Waller. Carden Brown. Ariella Sakaya. Alexander Torres.
Oh, move up a grade. I thought it said.
Love it.
Work that camera.
Addison Carestia.
Oh, I love that.
Arden Harley. Kadia Malagai. Umair Chowdhury.
Wow, look at that.
Scarlett Linton. Martinia Kordek. Viha Patel. January Giglio. Siddharth Iyer. Special guest, Jaden Clark.
So great.
Ava Tseng. Ava DeLeo. Shraddha Vita. Sania Jasper Garner. Isha Ikram. Congratulations.
don't leave yet, can we get a group picture of all the participants that have not left yet? Can we do one group picture? We're going to meet down here in the well. And please help yourself to cookies, coffee, and juice.
That sounds good. Oh, never mind. I really, that's what I'm a student. But she was saying, look at the yeah, all right.
Make sure to grab some treats, our friends, on the way out. Plenty of food in the back.
Okay, now we have to get back to our board meeting. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
All of our
You're
artists.
amazing.
We loved everything. Thank you for coming and supporting. Ms. Pasculi, Mr. Clark, will you be joining us?
I didn't know there was coffee back there.
Okay.
You want one?
No, okay.
That's what.
She's
and
had
look
enough
at this.
coffee.
Huh? Sparkly. Would you like one?
Okay. All right. Any more recognitions and acknowledgements? Okay. May I have a motion to adopt the executive session and regular session minutes from the 1:22 meeting?
So moved. Second.
Tom, with a motion and a second, please.
Groger, sorry, Ms. Groger, and seconded by Ms. Evans.
Yes.
Mr. Clark?
Yes.
Ms. Evans?
Yes.
Ms. Groger?
Yes.
Dr. King?
Yes.
Ms. Martinez?
Yes.
Ms. Pasculi?
Yes.
Ms. Santos?
Yes.
Ms. Bose?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Okay, thank you. Can I have a motion to adopt the regular session minutes from the 2/4/2025 meeting?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
With a motion and a second, Tom?
Mr. Clark?
Yes.
Ms. Evans?
Yes.
Ms. Groger?
Yes.
Dr. King?
Yes.
Ms. Martinez?
Yes.
Ms. Pasculi?
Yes.
Ms. Santos?
Yes.
Ms. Bose?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Thank you. Okay, reports to the board. Superintendent report?
I'll be brief. Thank you so much again for those that participated in the art contest and award ceremony. We have such talented participants taking part in this initiative. The winners are, separate and apart from all of the contestants that we plan to display their artwork across the district website. You may see their artwork now hanging in our schools. All these pieces were just too good. So thank you again to the parents for supporting that initiative. I also am just in constant awe of arts in our district, and you'll notice that on your way in, there was actually LES art on display. So we feel super proud of that. Make sure you take a peek on your way out. Also, February is Love the Bus Month. This month, we will take time to appreciate our student transportation. Many of our constituents across the district were wearing yellow today. I missed the memo, I apologize, but it truly was to say thank you to our bus drivers. Again, door-to-door threshold, they are the first person to greet our students every morning. So we want to say thank you again for all of their hard work. And that is all I have for this evening. Thank you.
Great. Board President report, Board Secretary report. Did we have anything, Tom?
Briefly, I'd like to extend an invitation to anyone who's interested to ask questions and get original information about the referendum. If you're interested in the referendum and you want to get source documents, I would be happy to share them, so please extend the invitation to anyone. All they have to do is give a call, and I'll make myself available. Pretty much whatever I'm doing that day, I'll move on to them. I've seen a number of things that are out in social media that are false, from its headline to the information within, and it's important to me that the people who are going to consider voting do so and be informed. How they vote, of course, is their business, but we'd like to extend the same courtesy to them and respect their right to vote, and for them to be an informed voter in the same manner that we try to have our kids research original information. And so whether that's about tax impact or what we intend on building or why we intend on building it, what I'll do is extend exactly what I've done in the past, and that is if you come into the office and ask me a question, not even ahead of time, I'll bring up the source document for you and let you make your own decision as you look through audits or whatever the case may be. And that's for anyone who's interested, and after hours, before work, whenever is convenient for them.
Thank you so much, Tom.
Yep.
Board President's report. I don't really have a report tonight. I just would like to reiterate that we are hosting a virtual town hall on February 26th. You can sign up for it on our referendum website at ltps.org. You can submit questions in advance. We expect to really be answering a lot of questions. We are really keeping track of what the community wants to know, whether it is information about the financial picture, what's going to happen after the referendum. If it doesn't pass, what are we going to do? We really want to be able to ensure the public that anything that they want to know, we are willing to answer that question. We can't foresee the future, but we are planning for different circumstances as we do every day in our district. We don't know what tomorrow is going to bring, but I feel very confident in Tom and Robin and the rest of our administration in thinking about what the future holds for our district. And I just would like the public to feel the same level of comfort that I have. And the only way they're going to get there is by asking us the questions, coming to the source of information.
Michelle, you could remind people that they can Zoom in any language, the language of their choice. Yeah.
Yes, we just wanted to remind the public, we are hosting a virtual town hall, but we've discovered that if we're using a Google Meet, so if you're setting up to get into the link, you can actually choose the language. And Ms. Baldessari and I will talk, and maybe we'll get those directions out to our constituents so that you know how to adjust your settings accordingly.
Information is power, and it's really important that our community has all of the information going into this vote on March 11th. Thank you. Okay, committee reports. Community Relations and Legislative Affairs, no report. Liaison reports. Student board member report. No student board member this evening, so no report from Edison tonight. New Jersey School Board Association.
Okay, and I will put in some legislative pieces with that. January 23rd, Mercer County School Board's virtual county meeting was held. Topic was AI, opportunities, obstacles, and path forward. Discussion was lively, focused on how we can harness the power to ensure our students understand fact-checking and sourcing when they are using AI. It's here. We all need to learn how to use and how to engage with it and be responsible when using it. Many questions were brought up, and the conclusion was a lot more legislation and policies need to be enacted to protect all of us, students, teachers, everyone. Many thanks to Pepper for attending. I saw your face in one of the squares. The upcoming meeting for our county will be March 20th, Unsung Hero Ceremony, held at West Windsor, Plainsboro South, beginning at 6 p.m. A light dinner will be served. Please consider attending. You gain appreciation for the hard work and dedication of our staff members, counselors, school counselors, administration, supporting our vulnerable students. They they exemplify a can-do attitude, and this is an opportunity for us to celebrate their accomplishments. Board of Director reporting. The Board of Directors unanimously approved the 25-26 budget, 2.5 increase. It's got a scale going, so not every district will do that. The reason they did this was to take advantage of more training for school board members, for their staff, and I fully encourage us to make use of these trainings because we are paying for it as a district. And if we're not providing what you need, let us know and I'll make that happen because it's for us. So throw it my way.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And then a new quarterly newsletter is starting. It's called Watch, and it has legislative impact on students, schools, communities. Team will be tracking all pieces of legislation. It's called Capital Watch. Excuse me, I forgot the beginning. And Bill 5117, A5117 did pass. This is increasing the number of signatures needed for candidates that are running for the upcoming election from 10 to 25. So it passed, so make sure you're aware of that. February 4th, I attended Monmouth County virtual meeting, and Senator Vin Kopal spoke. He is more than open to any questions, any concerns. I really appreciated the time he spent with all of us. No question was left. And if he didn't have an answer, he took names, email addresses, and got back. So there's lots going on. Basically, it's hold yourself in place. We're trying to stay on top of everything. We talked a little bit about deportation. We talked about the task force for career-focused learners. There's a 97-page report from the task force, so please take a look at that. And the second annual Leadership's Women Conference will be Friday, March 21st, all-day event at Mercer County. And that's my report for New Jersey School Boards.
Great. Thank you, Joanne.
You bet.
Student Services.
Student Services meeting took place on Tuesday, February 11th. In attendance was Vanessa Bakarsiak and myself, Arndell Clark. Highlights from the meeting included our transition fair. We're pleased to announce the return of our transition fair scheduled for March 1st at the LHS Commons. The transition fair is a day filled with various vendors where families can learn about post-secondary services, resources, and information that is available for their child beyond their high school career. As of the end of January, we have 25 vendors slated with more potentially to be added. This year, we'll also be welcoming vendors geared toward all families, regardless of their child's stage of their schooling career, that address parental resources that include but are not limited to financial planning and independent life skills of the student. ESY and Connect. Planning and staffing for the 2025 ESY and Connect programs are in progress. These programs will be running from July 7th to August 7th on Monday through Thursday this year. More information to come. Inclusive Spring Track and Field. Special education high school students. A letter will be sent soon with sign-up information for those wanting to participate in Inclusive Spring Track and Field. 4 meets have been scheduled with districts throughout Mercer County. Community Board Committee. A new internal committee has been established to build awareness, set up events to celebrate and promote special needs and inclusivity throughout all of the district buildings. This ends our report.
Thank you. Reconfiguration ad hoc.
As has been stated, we've been meeting a lot with a lot of different groups, and it's been really informative. So as always, want to thank the folks, the parents at PTO meetings and the community meetings, and the folks who came with questions at Town Hall, or the ones who are reaching out to get more information. So a lot of the concentration of the ad hoc committee is making sure that we're responding to questions. There's a lot of misinformation, as Mr. Eldridge mentioned. So for instance, one thing that we want to remind folks is that while we did not opt to have a PR firm. So as a district, we are very much trying to handle the questions and the communication And we're very grateful to folks who have been sharing our website and making sure that that gets out there. And then the team and amazing district team has not been sleeping, but has been finding responses to the many questions to make sure that they're posted. And we know it's a lot, but you really can find those answers, and we encourage everyone to reach out if one of their questions is not there. So the dates have already been mentioned. We had a successful town hall, and again, all of the efforts, thanks to everyone bringing the questions, has been to be as transparent and clear and communicative of the facts as possible. So I think that's been our focus, and we have 26 days starting tomorrow to keep an eye on those areas of misinformation.
One of the things, can I chime in on that for just a second? One of the things that we talked about, Ms. Pascoli and I, were questions of whether or not operating costs, and as someone had quoted that our operating costs are 2.5% of the capital investment. That doesn't make any sense. And here's why it doesn't make any sense. If you look at our capital investment and you estimate it at the $98 million mark, within that, and included in the estimates that we have online, are capital maintenance. So why would you apply 2.5% to capital maintenance? It's already baked in. So if you're going to go into the classrooms and you're going to use the renovation cost and put 2.5% against that, well, isn't that already in our existing maintenance budget? Well, of course it is. So there's a number of things that you have to look at. The other thing that's kind of interesting with these things, and the reason we did an FAQ, and you can find our FAQ online, is that if you looked at it from a different angle, from a cost accounting angle, as opposed to an estimate based on a set of assumptions, instead, you could look at our audit, and I have 3 pages from our audit, 2 pages from last year's audit and the audit with me, the audit before, and the current year. And if you look at all 3 years, you see we spend about $7.5 million on maintenance total. If you use what was published in white papers online and social media, the district by square footage should be spending $20 million. That's how far off these are. They're in magnitudes of 300% off of reality. So the idea, and we don't want people to be afraid. We don't want people to be scared of these things. And that's why we say we'd open up anything. We teach our kids to use source information. If you go to the library at LIS and students are writing research papers, they go and they find source information as opposed to things on social media. We offer that same open page to anyone who'd be interested. All of our audits are online. You can find that information yourself, our cost per square foot. So if you look at what our cost per square foot is and you want to take a rough estimate, you'd be about, well, I believe you're looking at somewhere in the rate area of $700,000 or less. Because if you have a brand new building, and I use that as just taking the cost per square foot times 83,000 square feet of the addition, but your question to me would be, Tom, if you just bought a brand new car, why would you spend that much in maintenance? I had a car so it would be maintenance free brand new. The other thing that's kind of misleading here is it'll be 5 years before we even begin with maintenance. It's not next year.
Right.
So there's lots of things that we can talk about, and Ms. Pascoli uncovered quite a lot of those, and that's just the tip of the iceberg.
Yes.
Okay? So
Yes.
it's there for you.
I think it's important, that the board and the public understands that, first of all, Tom's job is to manage our budgets. This is what he does all day, every day, and has done it for more than 20 years for our district. It is hard to share and explain all of the things that are involved in the running of this district.
Sure.
But we are all invested in the future of Lawrenceville. This board, this administration, we understand there's fear out there, but we want to alleviate some of the concerns around the operation of the future of this district. There's nothing in this for us other than making this district better. Everyone who sits here, his only desire is to improve Lawrence Township Public School District. And we work tirelessly as a board to do that. Tom has always been a great resource in terms of giving us factual information about what it costs to run this district. And we also are not a business. We're a school. We do not operate like a business operates. We have guidelines that we have to follow from the state. So I encourage people who are interested to know what these guidelines are to ask us the question and not make assumptions based on how businesses run, because we are not a business, we are a school district. Thank you, Tom.
You're welcome.
Sorry, Madam President. I forgot one other clarification. And again, as a reminder, what's been great about the community meetings is there's really a shared ownership. And so we were told, for instance, that it's very confusing about assessment value versus your Zillow price. So Superintendent Clem clarified that today. Another clarification that we've been asked to share is about preschool and as well as operating costs.
Yes.
So again, you know, our vision for making sure that all students have high quality preschool is a plan that's separate and apart in resources, funding, and process from the referendum. The referendum's about our middle school, our grounds, and our upgrade and our expansion. We're very excited about that. And all that funding goes to that middle school plan. There's no secret mixing sauce. It's the ballot will talk about the middle school expansion. And so I just want to reiterate, as we as a community are really rising up and supporting this, when we hear about the information and what needs to be clarified, that's when we can address it. And we're really grateful to the folks who have been trying to explain that to their neighbors or directing people to the website.
You know, one of the things that I saw tonight in thinking about what we talked about was this notion of there's misleading things out there that somehow this referendum is conflated with preschool. What's interesting when I looked at it was, well, the propaganda had said something, the online propaganda, that we're going to have 400 students in the preschool. I thought, well, how interesting, because by next year, if that were true, we already have 255 in next year. So no, the preschool isn't contingent on the middle school, which we just said wouldn't be done until for 5 years when the referendum's approved, and I take it for granted that it will be. I hope it will be. But the idea that it's conflated with it, well, we'll be better than halfway to our target audience next year, and by the time the middle school is done, we'll already be there or close to it. So I don't know that you can logically link those two, but I don't know that people know that. So it's something to share.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Diana.
Michelle, just before you move on to review of communications, I did attend Lawrence Growth and Redevelopment last night.
Yes.
The primary topic was a networking event that they are planning, a business networking event that they're planning date to be determined still probably in April. But one thing that came up that I'd like to share with the board is that there was an expression of some interest in including our DECA students and our DECA club in that networking event. So some things that are on the table for discussion there is to have a member of DECA sit on the Lawrence Growth and Redevelopment Committee, akin to our student on the school board. As well, when the networking event is determined, they'd like to have some DECA members involved in sort of marketing and awareness and as execution. So let me know where to take that to when
we
that
had
comes through.
DECA at their last networking event, and it was really good. We had all of our DECA kids there. Dave went, Mr. Tees went. It was really successful. So I think it was a good partnership for our students as well as for the Growth and Redevelopment Committee.
Yes.
So we'll continue that for sure.
And this week, Mercer County VOTEC had they run about a quarterly community meeting. Michelle Bowes, Joanne Groger, and myself attended. As always, when we're there, we're impressed with the variety of what the VOTEC system can offer our students. It is available to each and every Lawrence student of interest. Our 8th graders learn about the full-time programs that they would enroll in 9th grade. Our 10th graders learn about the shared time programs that they would enroll in junior year. Dual enrollment programs exist over there as well as at our own high school, so that as students are taking courses at Mercer County VOTEC, they are also dually enrolled in Mercer County Community College and receiving college credit for their work in high school. Additionally, beyond the dual enrollment, some benefits of the Vote Tech, they receive industry certification in the career area that they've expressed interest, along with work experience and employment support. So the big message of Vote Tech is that it is not an either-or decision regarding college. It is a both and. So many of the Vote Tech students will pursue college, and this culinary arts program was putting on the luncheon, and there's a culinary arts student heading to Brown next year. So the sky's kind of the limit for what the Vote Tech kids can do, or is available to them. So,
Yes, it was great. Thank you so much, Dr. King. Review of communications. We've communicated a lot already, so we're going to zip it. This is our first opportunity for public input. Okay, seeing none, we move on. We have no board discussion and work items. Board discussion and action items. Personnel committee report and personnel action items.
Okay, I have a quick addendum. I forgot LTEF. I attended an 8 o'clock meeting on Monday morning, February 3rd, and we reported out on topics that are relevant to school board in our district. Updates, grants are due February 18th, and March 7th will be grant day. April 4th, Lawrence has talent event. It looks like we have some pretty amazing, talented people that have tried out for this event, so I think we're in for quite a great show. And the other thing, project graduation, mark your calendars, February 22nd, 7 p.m. to 11, for casino night. Things are looking bleak, and I thank you, Michelle, for your contribution. They reached out to me saying that they need support. Things are not looking real great for us, so we can plug along. Our kids deserve that experience of all being together in a drug and alcohol-free event. Okay, personnel, back on topic, sorry. We met February 5th, 8:15, in attendance, Dr. Robin Klim, Sean Fry, Arundel Clark, Kevin Van Heist, Olga Martinez, and Joanne Kroger. At this meeting, we currently had a bus driver and a job coach vacancy, which you'll see under new business, have been filled. Thank you, Sean, and your department. We continue to review staffing and budgeting for the next school year. Our New Jersey Stride Job Fair will be taking place on March 20th. We're excited to participate in this recruiting opportunity alongside our partnership districts. We discussed contract negotiations for LAPTA and LTEA, and there were no changes to our 4 policies. On tonight's agenda, you'll
Can I just
find...
put in a plug? LAPTA successfully ratified this evening.
Whoa! Awesome news. Well done. What a good team effort. Okay, back to... On tonight's agenda, you'll find adjustments for start dates, end dates, leave replacements, approvals for unpaid sick leave, substitute teachers, and sub-bus drivers. You'll see appointments for destination positions, Eagles position, sustainability representative, sub-assistant unused sick days due to retirement, along with vacation days also due to retirement, sick leave replacement, staff members pending background check clearances, behind the wheel staff and sub-secretaries, and confirmation for appointments of staff and sub-members due to clearance background checks, and an amendment for P27 on 1211 agenda, 1 resignation, and with all of that, I'd like to move P1 through P21, please.
So moved. Second? The motion and a second, Tom?
Who was the second?
Ms. Evans?
Okay, got it, thank you. Mr. Clark?
Yes.
Ms. Evans?
Yes.
Ms. Kroger?
Yes.
Dr. King?
Yes.
Ms. Martinez?
Yes.
Ms. Pasculi?
Yes.
Ms. Santos?
Yes.
Ms. Bose?
Yes,
Motion carried.
thank you. CIAPD report and student service action items?
CIAPD met on February 10th At 8 a.m., in attendance were Mr. Zwanar, Mr. Desai, Nicole Sasse, Vanessa Kartiak, Dr. Klim, Dr. King, Ms. Bose, Ms. Pasculi, and Ms. Evans. The big guns were out. The meeting agenda covered a large range of topics, including an overview of the Student Services Secondary Curriculum, discussions on the district's strategic plan, and updates on meta metrics and updates on our current data warehouse, as well as proposals for AP research and dual enrollment courses. Additional updates were shared as the preschool lottery application being now open, summer programming, and progress toward district and superintendent goals. A key focus of the meeting was the review of secondary special education courses being developed and approved through the curriculum committee. At the middle school level, new courses in the MD, LLD programs were proposed, including 21st century skills set for 25-26 school year, and social communication skills planned for 26-27. These courses aim to enhance students' real-world abilities. At the high school level, proposed additions include work-based learning, a 2 to 4 credit course, offering community-based work experience, adaptive health for students remaining in school until age 21, and team exploration, a peer buddy elective promoting collaborative engagement between general ed and special ed students. Furthermore, specialized electives for the core program, the self-contained program, were discussed, including future forward focusing on career awareness, professional writing, and financial planning. Pathways integrates direct instruction with independent study opportunities such as internships and volunteer experience. These curriculum additions align with the district's strategic plan by prioritizing support students with diverse educational needs. The committee underscored the importance of these new courses, providing students with the skills and experiences necessary for post-secondary success, whether in college, vocational training, or in the workforce. Got to hand it to Vanessa Vakarsiak for bringing all this new energy to the special needs. On the agenda, you'll see professional development and field trips. You'll see ESY, extended school year, HIB, non-public, which is just when we transfer money from the state that we're required to give to the non-public schools, and the out-of-district placements. With that, I would like to move OIS 1 through 7 and OSS 1 through 5.
So moved. Second. Okay, with a motion from Amanda and Olga, second.
Okay. Mr. Clark?
Yes.
Ms. Evans?
Yes.
Ms. Grover?
Yes.
Dr. King?
Yes.
Ms. Martinez?
Yes.
Ms. Pasculi?
Yes.
Ms. Santos?
Yes.
Ms. Bose?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Thank you. Finance Committee report and school business management action items.
Kevin asked me to fill in on his behalf. He sent out a very comprehensive set of minutes, so I won't go into all that. But on the agenda, you'll see bills list, transfers, fire drills, SRECs, solar renewable energy certificates, staff laptops, and some policies. With that, I would like to move SBM 1 through 11. 12?
11.
11. Second. Tom with a motion and a second.
Mr. Clark?
Yes.
Ms. Evans?
Yes.
Ms. Grover?
Yes.
Dr. King?
Yes.
Ms. Martinez?
Yes.
Ms. Pasculi?
Yes.
Ms. Santos?
Yes.
Ms. Bose?
Yes. Thank you. It's our next opportunity for public input. Okay, seeing none, we move on to new business. Pepper. That's the Pepper Evans show tonight. We're showcasing her
That's what you get for not
auditory
reading.
abilities.
All right, new business, we have leave replacements, staffing, equity coaches, substitute appointments, curricula for study skills, and work-based learning at Lawrence Middle School and Lawrence High School. And with that, I'd like to move new business 1 through 16.
Second. For the motion and a second, Tom?
Mr. Clark?
Yes.
Ms. Evans?
Yes.
Ms. Groger?
Yes.
Dr. King?
Yes.
Ms. Martinez?
Yes.
Ms. Pasculi?
Yes.
Ms. Santos?
Yes.
Ms. Bose?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Thank you. Can I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Can I just?
Oh, yes, of course.
Because I didn't get to say enough.
No,
already.
you didn't.
So this is our last board meeting before the vote. And I just wanted to say that I am for the referendum. And I'm for it not because of my own kids, because they're grown, but because of what my children got when they're here. And it's my belief that you pay it forward. And my children are thriving today because of Lawrence Township Public Schools, and for referendums other people voted yes on.
That's right.
And I want to do that for the children who are coming through our schools. That's
Thank you,
why I'll be
Pepper.
voting yes.
Thank you. Okay. Motion to adjourn?
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, have a good night, everybody. Thank you so much.